Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege Operator Guide. In this video we're discussing Nomad, the attacking operator from the GIGR CTU. She can wield the AK-74M assault rifle or the ARX200 assault rifle as her primary weapon. As her only secondary weapon, she can bring the 44 mag semi-auto into the siege. As her secondary gadget, she can grab either stun grenades or breaching charges. Before we continue the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and makes sure you always have some siege videos to watch. It's a win-win. So with that out of the way, let's begin. Starting off with her primary weapons, we have the AK-74M. The AK-74 is your standard assault rifle in most cases. Its only standout feature being its 40 round magazine, which is larger than average. Other than that, it deals average damage with a below average fire rate. I should also mention that it kicks like a mule. For that reason, I suggest putting on a muzzle attachment and tap firing at medium to long ranges. If you're in close quarters, you can just go ahead and spray, and hopefully your 40 round magazine will kill them eventually. Next up, we have the ARX200 assault rifle. The ARX is just bland. It deals average damage, has an average fire, and a below average magazine size of 20 rounds. It's just your normal average assault rifle packing a tinier magazine. I should mention that the recoil is much better than the AK-74's, like at least the ARX is manageable recoil. So when it comes down to picking which primary weapon you want to choose, if you prefer a slower fire rate but a bigger magazine, just go ahead and just pick the AK. But if you want a easier to control weapon with a tiny magazine of 20 rounds, go with the ARX. They're both pretty average and bland, nothing really special. Finally, as the only secondary weapon Nomad can use, we have the 44 mag semi-auto. Now you probably already know this by now, but this thing is an absolute beast. Not only is it the most damaging sidearm in the game in terms of just raw damage, but it also comes with an ACOG scope. It's like they were trying to make this thing overpowered. Basically, it has a bit of recoil, definitely more than most of the other pistols, but still manageable, and it has a small magazine size of 8 rounds. Other than that, it's perfect in every way. You can put down most enemies within 2 to 3 shots, it has a scope so you can window peek, or you can just hold an angle, just like your enemies are going to be holding that L whenever you just whip on them with this. As for her secondary gadget, you can pick between stun grenades or breaching charges. Take stun grenades to get an edge in a firefight, or take breaching charges to have more options while breaching. Moving on to the most interesting part of any new operator, we have their special ability. Nomad comes equipped with the Airjab launcher. This rifle mounted device fires up to 3 Airjabs. These Airjabs act as mines. They stick to whatever surface you fire it at and activates whenever an enemy walks into its radius. When the Airjab activates, it unleashes a powerful gust of wind that knocks down any operators in its radius. This leaves the enemy defender on their back for a few seconds, giving you ample time to kill them. It's also important to note that if a friendly attacker is in the radius as an enemy walks into the Airjab, both the attacker and the defender will be knocked down. Also, you can send operators straight through soft breachable walls. Other than that, there's really not that much to say. Just stick it to a surface and wait for a defender to wander into its radius. Then once they're on their backs, just take them out. Now that we know what an Airjab is, what are some tactics? The way I see it, you can either use them as a defensive trap or an offensive tool to push enemies out of cover. To use it defensively, set up your sightline on the objective room or get situated where your team is going to push. Instead of firing your Airjabs into the room, use them to cover your flanks. Just remember where you set them up at. Once you hear one activate, take out the roamer that was trying to surprise you. To use the traps offensively, just launch them next to a defender. Let's say you go around the corner and get shot at, so you back up. The next time you peek, try to shoot an Airjab near the defender. Once you hear the pounding sound of the Airjab activating, rush them and shoot them while they're on the backs. You can also just fire it randomly into the objective room and hope to catch a defender off guard as they're trying to move around the room. Once they're on the ground, just shoot them like always. Let's move on to the combos and counters, starting with the combos. Nomad doesn't really have any synergies in terms of gadgets, so she can pretty much combo well with anyone. Nomad's Airjabs knock enemies on the ground, meaning any other attacker can also shoot them. And even when it comes to counters, she only has one, which is GIGR. If she fires an Airjab into the radius of a GIGR trophy system, it'll be shot out of the air. Other than that, you can simply shoot the Airjab. It has to stick to a surface, and there is a brief delay time before it actually activates, so just shoot one when you see it. So to summarize, she combos well with basically every operator on the attacking side, and there's only one hard counter, which is GIGR. And it can be countered by pretty much everyone if you just shoot the thing. Now that's it for this video. I want to hear from you guys. Do you like Nomad? Do you like her weapons? And how effective do you think her Airjabs will be in ranked or competitive play? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Rainbow Six Siege content. I'm the Battlemoon, and I will see you in the next siege.